from chat too, only 66% in favor of BDS, so maybe Quadrant gonna have this, but I'm still with them. I'm with you, Jordan.
Well, we do get underway, and somebody that everyone is familiar with on this BDS squad, Monkey Moon, despite them going out early, still near the top. In fact, number 4 in score per game during the Winter Open. Monkey Moon was still producing consistently in the last tournament. And if he's producing, you know the BDS always have a chance. But it's not to write off this Quadrant squad, even though they lost a tight 5-game series to Sonics last week. They made the major for a reason. This team has a pretty high peak if they can find it.
And it's also worth remembering that both these teams bowed out in round 1 last week in playoffs. So again, there's a lot to say for how this entire series will play out, a lot for how this weekend should go for both squads. When it comes down to the tactile for both these teams, Dorby, we talked about a little bit in the pregame. Quadrant, you're looking at them to step things up for BDS. Is it a consistency factor? Is it we're looking for Monkey Moon to be the catalyst? What are you seeing out of BDS that has not been the same since the World Championship?
You also got to see, Seiko kind of take that front role, or that starring role that he has at times. But look, Monkey Moon, he's always shining. This is a beautiful pass. Gets the pop-up, great turn, and great push on the reset. What execution from Monkey Moon on that play, and that was pretty.
Ask and you shall get Monkey Moon. There he is once again. BDS finding themselves on the board first. A couple interesting tidbits to go into this series, right? BDS staying as one of the better shooting teams in the region percentage-wise, but when it comes to converting those into goals, we're still looking for them to get back to that high-powered offense they had to end last year. The demos have certainly been theirs as well. Loving to get physical on those back corners, stealing boost. It's BDS's game throughout, but the fundamentals have been crucial for their success, even as limited as it might be so far this season, as they continue that with Seiko rotating back into the play. But Cash, one of the standouts. You've had a lot of experience with him, Jorby. What does he bring to a squad that maybe gets overlooked by a lot of other players?
Oh, Cash, he has the flash factor to him. If he can get behind the ball and his mechanics are looking good, he can beat almost anybody else on the pitch in Europe. I think the issue comes is, when do we see that Cash? Because right now, in the last tournament, nobody really sitting high offensively for Quadrant. Everyone sitting pretty low on it. You got Ixo, who's at the top of that goals per game list, but he's 8th. He was 8th in the tournament, Cash at 11th. And you'd like to see Cash up that list a little bit more. Ixo, a really solid player. Yeah. But, Cash is kind of he's your X factor for Quadrant, and he needs to find production to build that confidence. Because if he doesn't have it, we've seen Cash when he isn't confident, and it is a massive difference between the two.
This is not only just a fun team to watch in Quadrant, but Ixo has really come into his own, I feel like, in the past season. He has been a little bit more consistent with his decision-making. The cerebral play has been there for sure. And yet again, BDS will try to challenge at the midfield. But it seems to have been possession upfield in these counterattacks momentarily, as Quadrant have been looking for those infield passes, just haven't been able to find anything that connects. BDS more than happy to continue to poke the ball free and essentially transition into these long touches to Seiko or Monkey Moon in the corners, where they're still fighting for control, and that midfield's all blue for the moment. Really hasn't been much Quadrant can find.
Only one shot on net for Quadrant. It's nothing for him. Ixo trying to find a 50. Even there, Relating Wave just kind of pitches the ball right back to Monkey Moon and doesn't get the read in midfield. He had plenty of boosts. He could have found another option instead of handing the ball right back to Monkey Moon. Extra timing in front. Couldn't quite find Relating Wave. Been a comfortable 1-0 lead for BDS so far.
Yeah, there's no need to panic here for Quadrant, but BDS continuing to do what they did off the opening goal, right? Throw a shot towards the center of the box, let someone get physical, fly in front, Seiko and Monkey Moon commit for the save, and it's good enough to find the counterattack back out. Extra will meet it, and the parry back to the midfield, but I think Monkey Moon maybe didn't expect that touch to go the way that it did, and you'll capitalize as Relating Wave equalizes quickly.
Yeah, Quadrant break through on this one, and Monkey Moon was absolutely not expecting that ball to just come for free from Ixo. He was expecting a 50. Maybe that punches straight up. Monkey Moon not in a bad spot from where he was seeing the pitch, but a non-touch leads to a goal, and Quadrant just like that tied up.
It's a great kickoff win, but a little bit too wide on the swing, and we've seen Extra time and time again be kind of the steady backline for BDS when it comes to getting those rebounds, recovering in midfield, and yet again orchestrating the offense back up. As yet it seems that when it starts off in game 1, BDS kind of a coin flip for them. They're usually either on target or finding early shots, early goals, but after that, they sometimes struggle. We see them get back into the rhythm as the series goes on. Of course, look into last week when they got that Game 5 win in massive fashion over Oxygen. It was a big boost, but they still fell in the playoffs for Quadrant. A lot to be desired for the squad, a high ceiling, high floor as well. As Cash, bit of boost to burn. All of his teammates get sent back to respawn, now trying to 1v3 with nowhere to go. Did all he could.
Was looking like a tight spot for a second. Quadrant do hang on to this ball, but then BDS blow right through it. Monkey Moon sending it high, making it awkward for Wave. He can't make the grab. Ixo can't make it either. Extra wanted a pass out off the rebound, but both Monkey Moon and Seiko were playing off the ball pretty far. Retaining the midfield. Can they get one at the end of regulation? Extra denied. As Cash gets in front, we go to OT.
You have to challenge that if you're Quadrant, and they do. But BDS, we've seen them in OT before. Can they do it again? For Quadrant, they started to find their rhythm as this game has gone on, holding on to more possessions, but that is a very dangerous open side of the field. And we'll try to recover nicely. Punched out, Extra sending it right back. Possession for BDS, back, Quadrant taking it. Cash through the corner. In front of the ball. Hello? Hello? I am shocked and appalled. How does this happen?
Well, it happens because Cash puts a hard one up. Monkey Moon is rotating into the play, and Extra is thinking, I'm going to catch that ball and move it down the center of the field, because Cash kind of gives it up, right? And you're hoping your follow-up guy can get there. Monkey Moon decided to play second man for Quadrant and help out a little bit, and I got to say,
that is an awesome.
Is it a Mickey goal, or are we happy it happened? I think
That's
we're
awesome.
happy it happened. We started the last European regional, I think, started with an own goal, and we ended game 1 with an own goal. That was excellent.
That'll wake everybody up. Leaf, how you feeling?
That was a sick dribble. Monkey Moon almost made it look like he didn't want to score that. Like that. That's how great.
You got to give him credit. He did. I don't think he did. Yeah, he really made it. He really sold that one.
Oh wow, yeah, that's not the way you want. I mean, you hold the match the whole time as BDS, and then it ends up doing overtime, and then that happens. That's not the start you'll want as BDS. That's for sure. If you're trying to instill confidence, I saw some fans in chat being like, "All right, this is the BDS we want. Let's go." That's not the BDS that you want, but it's the Cash you want. It's the Quadrant you want. Taking a dub there across the board, though. Honestly, this will probably be the most exciting. We're seeing basically everything as expected. K Corp takes theirs. G1 takes a win in theirs. Tundra does get one over Moist though in game 1. And then, but then you have Team Liquid getting their win. You got Vitality getting their win. Oxygen getting their win. I will say Sonics taking a win over German Amigos. Might make that a good series too.
That's the group for me, Jorby, looking at German Amigos and how they've kind of not shocked the world, but they've certainly put people on notice, and I'm excited to see how that squad does this weekend. Very, very interesting group of death for kind of a lot of different teams and their looks this weekend. This is a stacked regional too.
Absolutely. I mean, Tundra getting game 1 on Moist. I don't think Tundra has really shown much, but that one definitely something to keep tabs on. We'll see. For BDS though, in this match, game 1, look, it gets away from you. A slight miscommunication between Extra and Monkey Moon on how they wanted to clear the ball, but that one mistake probably won't be enough to write BDS off here. As Quadrant, really both of their goals are one off of a positional, I would say, an unfortunate positional for almost a forced error because of the non-touch on the challenge, and then that last one as well, Seiko. 15 out by Relating Wave, but a double commit from Ixo as Monkey Moon gets around one. Extra gets a bump on another. Cash out of the play. Ixo comes in, able to get it right back to Relating Wave as Extra puts it up and high. Relating Wave has no boost on the wall. Monkey Moon underneath. That has the grab. Relating Wave staying on top of it. A couple of crucial touches for Wave on this defensive stop, but more is coming. Seiko, 1 touch, 2! BDS on the board.
I mean, Wave had no boost for about a minute and a half here. Still just trying to fight for his life, but it's that low clear that Seiko takes right back and punishes. That's the BDS you're used to, that overwhelming pressure. Now, I was going to talk about maybe the victim of circumstance spot for BDS, where it just seemed like throughout most of game 1, they were double committing a lot of times. Granted, the saves were coming through, but Jorby, it seems they're maybe not as confident as they normally are. However, on the offensive side of the ball, they looked very, very good, and they yet again start off a game 1-0.
Pinpointing Ixo on the defense. A couple of double commits, and then a poor clear attempt. A couple of decision moments for Ixo that could have gotten Quadrant out on that push. We'll see how Quadrant can progress now as Cash decides to take it himself.
Oh,
and a big dunk! Oh! Now that's money!
sniffing the stratosphere. Let him know. Saucy little salamander, get up there. What do you find it? A dunk, a win, a tie game. My goodness.
And no
that
waste.
read.
That was you know, you see him go up for that and you think, okay, he's gonna get 50 out of that one easily, but that Dominus is sneaky, man. That Dominus will win some really odd 50s, and now Cash has to make another stop. Extra. Next up on the carry.
What is happening?
Okay, well, there was a dunk in front and now a clear.
It's like we get the ball right back for BDS and we're just gonna dunk it back on top of you, and there they go. Right downfield. No time, no expense. Extra 2-1.
So Monkey puts this high on the corner. Wave jumps for it. Cash is expecting Wave to have a play on the ball. Now he's got to turn tail and run. And I don't think he really sees Extra as he turns around, as he's watching Wave. And he immediately has to turn back, make an attempt at a save. And the pass is already over his head. Cash, last second adjustment, couldn't make it happen. Ixo, big demo! And he equalizes quickly here for Quadrant.
That's a nice assist from Relating Wave, but escapes the bump off kickoff. Sidewall's all mine, and Ixo just floats it through with a great demo in the air. Really nothing that BDS could do. They read it perfectly. Ixo just had a better idea. Back and forth we go.
Redemption there for him as well, because it felt like he was struggling on defense a little earlier when BDS were building more pressure. Maybe that is something that BDS can continue to pick on if they get down to the orange half. Seiko wins another touch. Not any boost left for him, and Ixo's left with the ball against Extra. He deletes him out of the play.
I wish I could say there's been a midfield presence really for both sides. It seems the BDS have usually had 2 up at a time, but off the kickoff, both teams have had their fair share of looks. Monkey Moon going to try to clear it away. Ixo playing this one on ISO ball. Can't get the second touch. Cash will cut it down. Ixo finds a demo. Anybody else going to follow up for Quadrant? Relating Wave comes in late, and there's Ixo ready for the rebound. Right on target. Ixo puts it away. Beautifully played by Quadrant.
Good move from Ixo. He picked up the demo initially. No boost spawns for him, but it's no problem. Relating Wave wins the bout against Monkey Moon. Ixo sat and waited, seeing that there was no chance for anything poor to happen in the rotation. Stuck around, rewarded with a shot and a goal. Quadrant. A really quick turnaround off of 2 solo efforts. First from Cash, and then Ixo, and now a bit of team play. As they get downfield, and Cash puts in another one. BDS. All of a sudden, it just turns into the shooting lane.
This is 4D chess. I mean, Ixo waits patiently for Extra to come back up, goes for the demo. Extra flies out of the play. Cash is at midfield for the pass. Catches it, sends it back on its way. They're letting Ixo be a nuisance, and Quadrant are more than happy to put that pressure on if they have 2 up at once. This is beautiful Rocket League out of Quadrant and combining on the save. It's dangerous for the moment. Monkey Moon trying to put it away. BDS still applying the pressure. Almost from the elbow. Monkey Moon can't backflip, but I like the play from BDS regardless. Quadrant dipping deep into their playbook against BDS in game 2.
Yeah, they needed the elbow to connect with the fist there and just couldn't make it work. They were giving them a slight error between Ixo and Relating Wave. Ixo had that initial save. Relating Wave got the 50, but almost own gold on top of it. And Cash! Oh, what? Okay, Relating Wave is there. We're good.
Breathe.
We're good.
Well, this has been a bit of a clinic. I mean, that 50 is just stupid. That save is dumb.
That 50's also stupid.
And Relating Wave finishing is just about appropriate. That save is absolutely absurd. Oh, God.
This one getting away from BDS. And it happened really quickly, too.
I'd say so.
That's like 3 goals in almost like, I think, less than 40 seconds.
Yeah, we traded about 1-1, 2-2 for a couple of kickoffs, and then all of a sudden, Quadrant decided to go absolutely demon time.
It hasn't been the cleanest game from Quadrant either on defense. They just haven't really... And BDS have 9 shots on net, but... Well, there's one that goes downfield and easily taken away. It started nicely with a couple of passes from BDS, but then everything just kept going wrong on these big clears. Cash's Ixo solo plays, Ixo picking up the demos.
Yeah.
And that really just feels like it sealed the deal on Forbidden Temple.
I mean, look at Monkey Moon, right? Like, he does have 4 shots granted, but 3 saves to his name, less than about 500 points. It seems that BDS has just been spending so much time just to corral possession back. they've struggled to orchestrate anything up the field. Cash with the reset. High on the bar, but still saved. Now, how do BDS get the ball back out? If they can at all. Sego trying to keep it on the ground. The challenges continue. Quadrant not letting up. Extra misses the touch, but maybe just gives it to Sego, and he swings wide off the bar. Monkey Moon follows. There's the finish. 11 seconds to go. Is it enough? Probably not, but at least you get one. It's 5-3, BDS trying.
Yeah, effectively in garbage time, Seiko, he knew he had to contest wave in front of the net, and so tried to shoot it to the back corner. You still expect Seiko to put those on target, but not going to harp too hard about it at the end of the game, unless they somehow pick one up with time left. And Monkey Moon has the speed, but they don't have the time. Ixo knew it, and they'll put it on the ground, and all of a sudden, a lot of people thinking BDS should square this one away and come back, but it's Quadrant who are stepping up. And Spaceman, you said at the beginning that you felt like BDS were the one, you felt more that they were the ones who needed to prove themselves and that Quadrant just get better over time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so far, Quadrant in group stage, 2 up on BDS.
You know, I think my prediction's great, awesome for me, but I also am just looking at how this game 2 played out, Jorby, and it was very much similar defenses from both sides, where when Quadrant had possession, they were overwhelming. BDS really didn't have an answer. When BDS were on the other side of the field and they had the ball, they were overwhelming. Quadrant looked faulty on defense. Both these teams looked essentially similar. It just seemed that more often than not, possession was there for Quadrant. They were able to put it away. Even in the end, BDS with 11 seconds still looked like they were primed for a goal. I don't really know what's going on in this game. It just seems that neither teams are really able to figure each other out, but Quadrant's putting the ball away.
Lots of potential 3-0s on the board actually right now. K Corp, understandably, G1, understandably about to get their sweep. We have this one here. Then you got Team Liquid, who's looking at getting a sweep for themselves. Vitality looking to get a sweep over Williams Resolve themselves. Oxygen looking to get a sweep over Endpoint. And this one, the most surprising, Sonics, potentially, if I'm not mistaken, about to perfect sweep German Amigos.
Wow.
I think if I'm looking at it right, yeah. They're about to. So that one's surprising. But almost every single match is a 3-0 right now, potentially.
Well, we know how Europe is. That could all change. We might end up with all game 5s at the end of this. I've seen it too many times to believe it can't happen. Monkey Moon got the catch, got the flick, got the goal. That's how you start game 3.
Who needs boost when you're Monkey Moon? And who needs boost when you got extra just serving it off the backboard and the double commit that clears lane? Ixo's not going to win this one-on-one. Maybe once out of 1,000 times, but Monkey Moon too good in the closing stages. 1-0 again. Every single game so far this series, BDS have scored first and scored early. Can they hold on to the lead? That's been the question.
Monkey Moon brings it down. Quick pass, broken up. Quadrant have had some great breakouts on the transition. Let's see if that continues to be successful for them. Just content to just launch that downfield. Extra trying to protect the ball, ended up having to give it up. Monkey Moon was also following closely there. And Quadrant will retain possession off of that. But where are they going with the ball? Just kind of lobbing it up. Now they've double committed. Cash was up for it early. And everyone's flat on BDS. Somebody calls off someone at the right moment there. You might have a good play, but a double commit really just killed any chance you had on that offensive push. Now Monkey Moon lobs it up to Seiko. Seiko makes it difficult, but Relating Wave stays right with it. And Extra freezing Ixo on the wall. Ixo with no boost, but he makes the grab against Monkey Moon.
And Seiko just chasing the ball gave Extra enough time to grab boost when he came off respawn and get back up to midfield to keep that pressure alive. So it's just nice teamwork out of BDS to start, even if they're not finding a lot of success. Seiko tried to continue, but very quickly Ixo denies. Gets it back out to the third. Cash trying to clear the ball. Quadrant trying to hunt for those demos, but BDS get it as well. And Monkey Moon with maybe a leave off. He'll give it to Seiko, who can't find the shot.
He just didn't have a lot of boosts. You drop that ball off, you likely center it. Quadrant.
Tactical decision.
It's a good grab from Extra as well. Quadrant withstood one BDS drive, passed in front, but right into Seiko. Trying to find a way in. High touch. Ixo decides to go low on his 50. This pushes it away from Monkey Moon. Now Relating Wave wins. Cash decides against it, and Relating Wave gets a free rebound and a free goal.
Yeah, you got the better look on this one. There's really no need for all the way downfield anybody else to finish this other than Relating Wave. And he just flies through the gap, beats the defender to his own ball. And we are waiting for Quadrant to respond, but BDS looking a little bit better with their consistent offense in this game 3, a very necessary one. They're down 2-0 if you're just joining us. It's been an interesting series, but a quick response from Quadrant like we've seen so far in this entire best of 5.
The Quadrant
it keeps going.
They're just lobbing the ball, not even lobbing, they're just hitting power shots.
Yeah.
Over to BDS.
I mean, even looking back to what EXO did to Relating Wave, just power shot into the net, and if you're lucky enough to get the rebound, you're lucky enough to get it.
Yeah, I mean, and they keep finding it. And BDS usually so good at finding each other, and they're still working towards it. Like, they're looking for each other in space. But Quadrant have their finger on the pulse of how BDS are trying to play. And they're playing their own game. They're happy to smack that ball because BDS are they're smacking it right back. And who's won the bout? When it just comes to the hard touch rebound game, it's been Quadrant here.
Wow.
Here comes Cash, who couldn't slot it. Rebound, he grabbed the ball, but nobody can go for Quadrant.
That's one you're going to want back for Quadrant. That's essentially a free goal there. EXO tried to float his way through very quietly. Cash off the ceiling, holds the reset, tried to drop it in front. I like the call, but just couldn't get it to EXO in time. As Quadrant started to make some adjustments against BDS on that offensive third, and now back out for possession. The boys in blue flipping it off the top bar. Seiko comes through with a powerful punch and closes the deal for the lead.
Finally, BDS get back in, and Quadrant get broken through. Cash was a little far off of Monkey Moon, who got incredible power to get over Cash on that play. Monkey Moon sets that one up. Okay, Quadrant, they played a really great game. They've limited BDS's chances so far in this game. That was only their third shot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't argue with the efficiency. Relating Wave might have had something, but Seiko's right on top of it.
I mean, looking back to game 2 where you had a chance to put BDS away and Quadrant did that. That's kind of how you have to play this team once you make those adjustments. If you're going to find goals or opportunities to put BDS out of reach, you got to do it because they will come back on you very, very quickly. EXO couldn't continue. Cash misses, played it low, was looking for the 50. Monkey Moon got it over top. And EXO just bent laterally. Cash actually in a decent spot to keep this.
What can he do, though? Extra's already in the air. Forced him low. BDS get another full field clear, but EXO gets a massive 50. Cash leaves it, and we got a tie game. Another full field bomb. He lands into BDS's net.
He redirects this. Oh my, Cash. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, Cash. I don't know why I'm excited, but this is fun. 2-2, a minute 1 to go. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
what a redirect. Yes, Cash. This is why we wake up early, Cash. This is great Rocket League.
I really don't even know if that changed the trajectory that much. I mean, that was so slight. It probably.
Hey, listen. All right, if he gets credit, I'm calling it. Okay, it's just great Rocket League.
For sure. Extra up high. Extra steps it up, and Monkey Moon off the post. Seiko way back, but he gets the shot, and EXO's destroyed. No boost, and BDS take the lead.
Right back. Extra continuing to find opportunities. Monkey Moon plays it right post. It was a shot, but the rebound from Seiko. The defense is spread thin. There's not a lot of boost. You just got to put something towards the net. Can never count them out. BDS yet again fight tooth and nail all the way back. They find the lead with about 30 to play.
Can they stop the bombs dropping on their half? There's one. There's two. Relating Wave against Extra. He's one, and EXO denied by Seiko on the respawn. Extra gonna let Monkey Moon come in, but Quadrant, quick pass. The shot denied. All three from BDS commit. Cash has to work his way around quick, and they still have to work for this game-tying goal, but they can't get to the ball in time. Relating Wave tried to get up for the third, but Extra beats him, and Cash trying to keep control, launches it in front. Monkey Moon's got him cut off, and at the end of the game, BDS are still in play. Cash, get it on the ground, maybe, not yet. And that one finally touches the ground. BDS will not get sway.
It got close in the very end, but you got to give credit where credit is due, and rightfully so. BDS did not stop fighting for that entire game. Quadrant had a couple of opportunities, but the defense, in the end, in that final moment for BDS, really stood up. They weren't letting Quadrant get those powerful shots towards the front of the net. They were taking possessions away on the sidewall. They were forcing the ball right up midfield. And you got to look at how those adjustments came through. It really seemed like Quadrant had BDS's number when the chips got down, but BDS never faulted, and really got to credit Extra on Monkey Moon for setting up a lot of these different looks on offense. Seiko in a position to finish 2 times, but it came down to really Monkey Moon and Extra working together in tandem upfield.
We have some of our sweeps, in case you guys care. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyways. We have some of our sweeps complete here. Carmine Corp get their 3 over Stock. G1 3 over Solary. Team Liquid completes their 3 over Much Delight. Sonics, a 3-0 over top of German Amigos, and it was not a perfect sweep. German Amigos did score 1, so we didn't get our perfect sweep there. But we do have a bit of a bite back. Tundra and Moist Esports, they're really close games, a couple overtimes for them. That's going in game 4 right now. So if you want to get serious, remember, team streams are going on across the board. Have those open and cheer on your favorite teams.
Well, Quadrant, again, we'll try to end this one with a pass and a bump and a cash goal. 12 seconds is all it takes.
So we like to call the enforcer out on the field, knocking people off left and right. Gets enough of a scrape on Monkey Moon to take him off his way, and Cash finishes. So, changing the dynamic here in the first 3 games, it was BDS finding the opening goal. Quadrant put themselves on the board early. It's about 12 seconds burned because math is mathing, and very quickly, Quadrant have themselves a lead.
Again, it's physical play for Quadrant. That has been integral, or not integral, essential, I think is the proper word I'm looking for.
Both work.
In scoring against this BDS squad. So BDS have let 1 or 2 in on their own, but most of these efforts are Quadrant breaking through, Quadrant outplaying BDS in the one-on-one. And they haven't been as BDS haven't been as successful in the 50 game. Cash one-on-one with Seiko, and he wins it. That's 2 for Cash.
Yeah, there's really no shot here. I mean, once you have free space like this, it's free real estate. Like, where else are you going to go? What could you possibly hope for other than a reset to the opposite side? And you get it with the open net. Monkey Moon tried, but that is a 2-0 lead, like you said. Quadrant very quickly building upon BDS.
Yeah, he flipped that one over pretty quick. Cash downfield. And he's done that a lot of times. Back when he was on Misfits with Arju and Matane, Cash would just have games like this where it doesn't seem like he can really do much wrong with the mechanics. Sometimes the dominance is just working. Sometimes Quadrant are just working. That's a lot more pressure. Monkey Moon had to come across the rotation. Now he gets a hard pass to Extra. The ball killed in the corner. Ixo let the touch get away from him. Monkey Moon, what can he do with it? Drop pass cut off by Relating Wave quickly there in the 3rd. Quadrant in a tight rotation here on defense. And a couple of touches to keep BDS at bay, but that's the farthest they're able to push them back. Relating Wave, good delayed dodge, and Ixo wins over 2. Now he's got to beat Seiko. What's the bump? He got him! See you later, 3-0!
Oh, man. How do you break out of zone defense? You just kind of escape a demo, throw it up in the front of the net, and go hunting. Go find something. Go fishing. You can catch bait with bait, or you can throw a stick of dynamite in the water, and that's exactly what Ixo just did.
You get like 10 trout if you do that. But I think
you get the whole ocean floor if you do that, brother. Change the coral.
They say the ocean is a forest, and
right.
the wood clearing after that one for sure. But here's Cash again. Ixo demoing Extra. Oh, that's got to be frustrating if you're BDS, even when you're getting the clear, even when you feel like you're finally getting some control. Someone takes you out. That just does a little bit, like it's a little chip downfield, just like Cash gets this little chip over to Ixo, who can't stop deleting people. Wave across and not on target. Seiko was in the area. Now Seiko makes a couple of nice moves. BDS starts to come back. Extra gets underneath and scores. BDS, 2 to go.
We can't count them out. I'll say it every single time they start scoring. Seiko begins the play, follows through, creates space, Extra finishes. And I was wondering when the physicality in midfield will start to come back in transitions for BDS, because they had a lot of demos in games 1 and 2. Game 3 a little bit different. They started to get more comfortable, but it really seems like that demo play that helped them create those infield passes, those long lateral movements, has been gone. We see it a little bit there, but the transition's strong for BDS. They just got to get back out with possession. Monkey Moon will try to do so as he clears out. Seiko upfield, Extra is the island for the moment. Can't get it away. Pressure continues. Quadrant, 1 at a time, challenging these possessions.
Well, ball back in midfield. Extra looking for Monkey Moon again, but BDS. Tall task ahead of them. Monkey Moon. Oh, he almost pulled the Cash off there. He didn't get the shot. Didn't make contact, but he was close. Had he did, very well might have snuck his way into the net. Now he gets another 50, but Extra shots just aren't there. The quality for BDS is just not there. Quadrant up again. And they got space with Cash. Even kills the ball. BDS extra chasing the ball down with no boost. Seiko can't get there. Relating Wave going to push it back out to the side.
That's a very necessary clear towards the back wall. It again forces BDS to have to burn boost to get up to meet the challenge. Monkey Moon's been there twice, but all at the midfield. Boost game there. Ixo with a full tank. Can't get it around. Starting to see the pressure mount and putting a lot of applied force 2 at a time up. BDS looking for more and more chances through those gaps. They just haven't been able to find much, but they got to keep this going for a chance at a second goal.
They keep losing that first 50 out of midfield. Look, even right there. Ixo shakes extra off the ball. Cash did so earlier. Every time they lob this up, look, orange card. There hasn't been a blue-to-blue transaction in a while here. Seiko pushes the ball out, and then he gets chipped out of the play. Monkey Moon, I mean, look at it. They're literally one step ahead of BDS here. BDS are trying to move, but Quadrant have locked the chains down on them. Now Relating Wave in front. Ixo goes for the soft touch, 1 to beat. So had those slight bounce, but couldn't get contact. Was challenged out by Extra anyway. Now Quadrant are just they're playing with their time just fine with 30 seconds left.
And these waning moments, if you're Quadrant, you're going to continue just to thread this ball in the front of the net. You're going to try to find your teammates. You're going to keep the pressure up. You don't want to give BDS space to breathe here as they do just that. And how quickly the counterattack begins. Not a lot of the tank, but Extra sets this one up. Gets it through the corner, and Monkey Moon is ready and waiting patiently for his shot and puts it far post.
You know, Relating Wave gets demoed on the play. So Cash is pretty far off the ball. He's next up. And he comes forward to Extra, and I think he wanted to demo Extra because he ends up not jumping at the ball. Extra saw Cash coming, and as he veered behind the ball, that's when Extra decided to flick. And he beat him. Ixo, I mean, there was a perfect bounce off the ramp from the flick from Extra. And like, he was just frozen. There was nothing he could do. But BDS are out of time. Monkey Moon, quick pass, no time. One more on the bounce. Extra, does he have it? Leaves it. Monkey Moon, 1, 2, goal! 0 seconds and BDS are done!
You can't count them out. Stop giving them this free possession. Top bar, everybody gets involved, but Monkey Moon puts it away. The slot, the finish, overtime. Again, BDS find a way.
Wow. Quadrant had full control, 3 goals. And now BDS put up 3 unanswered. At the very end of the game, Seiko goes for the quick clear. Do they have him downloaded? Extra, underneath, no touch. Monkey Moon shot, denied by Relating Wave. Seiko's got to stay flat and turn tail because the ball right back to his wall. Now Seiko taking his time as BDS look for a way out.
I mean, Extra is sneaking around the backboard, coming right down onto the plane, taking defenders out. Quadrants to start sweating a little bit. With how quickly BDS have made these adjustments, it's a 1v2 for Cash. And he gets it around 1. It's going to float, not enough though. Extra clears it. Relating Wave, cutting it down. Quadrant keeping possession. Wow! What a 50! Relating Wave on Coliseum puts BDS out of reach.
Quadrant won most of those challenges, but it was a dunking contest, and BDS got dunked out of the stadium. Handed their first series loss of the day. Quadrant hang on in 4. That was Dunk City.
This was a series. This was a whole series. I don't even know what that means, but this was a whole series, man.
This, you're correct.
Run with that. Run with that intro, by the way.
We didn't finish the series.
Yeah.
We did play the whole thing. But yeah, it definitely felt like BDS was struggling a lot here. That was a fantastic triangle at 0 seconds, though. I love to see it, but that hurts to then